We are live.
All right. We are live, fellas. All right. It's okay. This is our time. It is the fourth quarter. It is 4th and goal. We got 4 seconds left on the clock, boys. We need to show everybody in this entire stadium that don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in what they can get done in their big win in life. We're going to show them how to finish strong. So we're going to break on 4 for freedom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 for freedom. All right. Here we go. Let's get to the line. All right. Vidal GB. Left side. Razor's edge. Moku. Hut. Boom. What is up, everybody? We are jacked up. It's Monday night. It's after Super Bowl Sunday, and yes, I am wearing my custom Broncos Boom fedora. One of my best friends, Drew, hardcore Bronco fan, had a Super Bowl party at his house. So he's all Broncos all the way, even after that rough time yesterday. So in honor of him, that's my prop for tonight. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're feeding off the energy of Super Bowl Sunday, and what we're going to share with you is how to get yourselves prepared on a daily basis so that if Super Bowl Sunday comes for you in your life, you're going to be ready. Like you ain't going to drop the ball, no interceptions, no fumbles. You've been putting in the work on a daily basis. So I'm going to introduce the 4 of us here. We're going to start out with that to that left side on the line. We're going to start off with Eddie Razor's Edge Aguilar. Eddie, what is up, brother? I see you rocking that Raider stuff. I don't know about
What's going on? We figured we'd let Denver go for the Super Bowl, and we'd go for an early pick for this upcoming draft. So that's what we were shooting for this past year.
Strategy.
Oh, yeah,
All right. I got it. Well, we got Moku. He's got his eye black on. He's got all his gear ready. What's up, Moku from Hawaii? He's ready to bust through the line here and get some first downs.
Oh, you know it, brother. I'm good, man. I'm glad we're back again with another amazing hangout with you 3 guys. As always, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to bring a lot of value to everyone. We're just going to have a blast. I'm still pumped from the game yesterday, even though it was a blowout, but it was a fun game. It's good to see people working hard as a team. And when you work hard as a team and you're consistent, that's when you get, success. So those guys, proud of the Seahawks. Good for them. I'm wearing my dad's Vikings because he's a Vikings fan. Even though they get slaughtered every year.
Dude, I feel for your dad, man. That's I'm from North Dakota, so I know all about the plight of a Vikings fan. So,
oh man,
right on, brother. Well, good to have you here tonight too. We know you had some interesting adventures earlier today with your car, and we're just so grateful that you're here. You're ready to rock, and that's the type of leader you are. You don't let nothing stop you, and you're breaking on through. So, all right, we got this other guy, Vidal Cisneros Jr., and I knew he was going to be rocking that Green Bay stuff up in Wisconsin. So, what's up, Vidal?
Yes, sir. You know how we roll up here, man. Doing good. Welcome, guys. Man, I'm so pumped. Looking forward to this. I love your hat chasing, man. Can we get the full shot of that? Spin that thing around. Broncos, and then what's the saying that said boom, and he's got it spray painted.
I just spray painted. Two cans of spray paint, done deal. Ready for the party. So
nice.
Right on, guys. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do real quick tonight before we get into the, I guess you could say the training or the value, is Vidal made a good point. We wanted to each share a little bit, kind of like the short and sweet version of each of our stories of what made us kind of break out and embrace this internet lifestyle of being entrepreneurs online, as well as out in the community. So we're each going to kind of share a real, 1 or 2 minute kind of breakdown of our stories. So I guess I'll start with the left again with Eddie Aguilar over there coming to us from Flagstaff. So break it down for us, man.
Quick lowdown, showdown with with me. Glad to be here. Monday nights are always fun. So, anyways, real quick with me, I'm a single dad, got 2 kids, beautiful 14-year-old girl, 11-year-old son, and those 2 are a big part of my life. And do a lot of coaching. Tonight I help coach my daughter's basketball team. I coached her volleyball team. I coached her in softball. I coached my son in basketball. Baseball's coming up. So I love helping kids. I love the challenge of trying to get somebody to become better than actually what they are. And that goes a lot with marketing. That goes mainly more so in life than marketing, because to me it's all intertwined. So me, you'll see I'm a sports junkie. I love coaching. I love teaching. I also love learning. And that's one thing hanging out with these three guys is to be in their presence. I've had to increase my knowledge. And I've done a lot where right now I'm working on a book on the effects of suicide. I've dealt with 12 plus suicides, anywhere from a couple murder-suicides, one a victim of murder-suicide, one commit murder-suicide. And yes, it's deep. Yes, and I don't see it as dark. It's just a fact of life. And a big goal of mine is to help those people that kind of get stuck. And by them get stuck, is just want to give them other alternatives to help get themselves out. So that's a lot what I'm about. I ain't afraid to go deep. I ain't afraid to, like you guys said, raise his edge. Just kind of cut where it needs to be cut. But my main goal, my main objective in anything I do is obviously for me to learn, me to grow, and help others do the exact same. So just a little low down about myself. So
nice, low down, ho down. Right on, man. we always appreciate when you do go deep. That's one thing about Eddie that makes all of us kind of take some hard looks at our own lives. Is hanging out with Eddie when we do our mastermind calls. Is that he will go deep, and he's just fearless. You know, he touches on subjects that a lot of times it's the dark corners that none of us want to deal with, but by his example, you know, it's allowing us to break through certain things and increase our leadership. So, I mean, it's always an adventure, that is for sure. So, all right, we got Moku up next, and this guy. So, yeah, break it down, brother. We know a lot about your story from before, but just give us that short and sweet.
Sure. I'll just give it a nice, short, and sweet. So, what's up, guys? My name is Moku, if you guys don't know by now. I am from Hawaii. I'm a surfer. I love to surf. I love being outdoors. I love the ocean, basically. But I still have a full-time job. I've been doing lifeguarding for almost about 15 years already. So I was doing that for a long time, guys. And lifeguarding is it's a job that you never know. Every day is different. You never know when something's just going to happen like that, and instant things can change around. And I don't know. I mean, I got into internet marketing. I mean, I've tried other things before, and I failed absolutely miserably. And like most people, they probably just quit and just give it up and say it doesn't work, it's a scam, this and that. But why I kept going is I knew I wanted something different for me, for my family, to build something that's going to last for generations to come. So I don't have any kids yet. I'm not married, but when I do, I wanted to be able to just provide for them for from working from my computer. I mean, it's an amazing thing. And like I said, I failed so many times, but the main thing was I never quit, and I just kept increasing my knowledge daily after daily after daily. And just recently, probably this past year, I really started to see some success coming through from all that hard work. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And I'm looking forward to making it a full-time job soon. And I know these boys are as well, and we're going to be able to change lives. I mean, lifeguarding is kind of like that too. I'm out there, protecting lives, saving lives. In a way, marketing and the internet's like that too, because I'm out there. I want to change people's lives and let them see that there's a better way than just grinding it out at your job that a lot of people hate. They absolutely hate, but that's just all they know. And they don't. If you learn the right things and increase your wisdom and don't give up, you can really make a really good substantial income from the internet. So I'm pumped, man. That's a little quick story for you guys out there, if you guys didn't know me. So I'm good for now. That's good.
He's like,
I can probably go forever.
Don't make me go deep.
That's right. Go deep. All right. We're going to go deep right now. Our boy, Vidal Cisneros Jr., Mr. Packer up there in Wisconsin. And so it is break down that short and sweet version. What got you to where you are now, like helping people through coaching and inspirational speaking and just mentoring? I mean, there's been some crazy stuff you've been a part of in the last month alone. So break it down, brother.
Oh man, guys, just want to introduce myself formally. My name is Vidal Cisneros Jr. For those of you that always question the pronunciation, kind of like Vidal Sassoon. Okay, if you guys remember that hair care product, you know, we don't look. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Whatever. I just remember that because they used to always make fun of my name back when I was a kid.
Wow.
So guys, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I currently have 2 daughters, 14-year-old and a 9-year-old, and I am a divorcee, and I love life coaching. I love personal development. That is one of my drives. That is why I got into this internet marketing space for number one. That was the biggest thing and the reason why I chose to create this platform of blogging and start doing the video stuff and putting myself out there, because we all have a story, right? And my story per se is a very powerful story, much like all these guys right here on the panel. And when I started creating videos and I started seeing the impact that I was creating with people, and people started reaching out to me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to keep working with people on whatever capacity. You know, sometimes there's people that you take on as clients, sometimes you don't. Regardless, I'm changing lives, and that's all I want to do right now. That's the nature of my beast inside of me. He wants to change lives. Change lives.
I like that. I like that, dude.
For me, it isn't just I want to make some money. I want to make some residual income, some passive income. Man, I want to impact people. If I'm not doing that, there's a problem. So that's a little bit of who I am, and I love sports, much like Eddie. He coaches as well, and I coach too. I've coached at the soccer level, basketball level, you know, the youth, as far as elementary youth and middle school kids. So that's just a little bit about this guy. So
right on.
enjoy this week. Hang out, guys.
I dig that, man. I like that whole. That's the nature of the beast inside you, is to impact lives. You know, and that's a perfect way. That's a perfect way to do it, or to put it. You know, and I definitely you know. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason J. Boom Leagard. In fact, I think I should just legally change my name just to J. Boom and be done with it, because no one calls me Jason anymore.
My kids don't even. They don't say Jason. They're like, "Wait, when are we gonna see J. Boom next?"
That's what I mean, dude. Might as well just accept it. But yeah, like a lot of folks out there, you know, I like Moku, who we temporarily have lost here, so hopefully he'll be able to jump back on here soon. But I also work a full-time job right now. A little over 2 years ago, I got in the internet marketing game, you could say. I went to Jonathan Budd's Unstoppable Entrepreneur and was exposed to this whole entrepreneur lifestyle, you know, using the internet, and to spread your vision, to spread the dream that you have for your life. And just like Vidal, you know, we're about impacting people. And I just, in the span of a 3-day weekend, just my mind was opened up to there's a new possibility out there for folks that want to learn a lot. They want to learn more, they want to become more, and they want to give more through their journey, through their life experiences, and they have value that they can share with so many people and change lives that they weren't even aware of. And you can monetize it, so you can actually make a living at it. And I had the privilege, in the span of 3 days, it opened my eyes. All of a sudden, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was able to tap into the fact that I had a lot of skill sets that I had not fully embraced yet, and I had 1,000 people at that event. Everyone there was such a belief in everyone else's dream. And I had the privilege of gaining a mentor and a friend in Jonathan Budd, and one of my best friends, and who became my life coach, Marisa Westerman, who helped me build this whole J-Boom craziness that people see every day on the internet. And I've continued to build it. It's gone worldwide, and in Australia and Europe and the Netherlands, what have you, and Canada, of course. And just my goal, very much like Vidal, is like, well, actually, like all these guys, really, like I want to impact people's lives with a story of hope and with a story of faith, just and a passion. Mark Hoverson made a joke recently. He called me the passion monster, and that's about as best I could. That's pretty nailed it with that, because I'm from the attitude of gratitude every day, and I just want to bring that to every person I speak to on a hangout with my boys, or in person at an event, or through a blog post, or through an email, or through a video, is just to show people, like, look, there's something different. And as you see all four of us on this hangout again on a Monday night, we smile a lot, we laugh a lot, and we have a blast changing all these people's lives. So that's a little abbreviated version, and that's what we're about. So, fellas, are we ready to drop some value on these folks?
Let's do this.
Amen. Let's do it.
All right. Well, I tell you what, guys and gals, what we're going to do is we want to share, like as we said in the beginning, we're going to share some daily action when it comes to not only in the realm of personal development and mindset, but also in regards to marketing, how to properly market your message, market your vision, market your dream to change people's lives. So I'll actually kick it off real quick, and then we'll have and we'll just roll with it, if that's cool with you guys.
Let's do it.
All right, on. Cool. All right. Well, the first one I'll touch on is in regards to personal development. And when you make the choice, and there's gonna be a lot of you out there tonight watching our hangout after we get this wrapped, you're gonna see what we saw, and you're gonna be like, you know what? I want in the game. I want in that Super Bowl with these crazy fools. And you're gonna want to be an entrepreneur. And the thing is, when you go on this journey, there's going to be days it's going to get hard, and there's going to be days like yesterday for the Broncos, you are going to get slapped down, and you were cruising, like you were putting in the work every day, you're making progress, you're like, man, I'm grooving, we're first down, touchdown, field goal, and then all of a sudden it's just life is going to come at you, and that's where the personal development work on a daily basis is so key, because that's what's going to allow you to just hang tough when it's, fourth and long, 4th and 37, whatever, on that Tuesday afternoon when you don't have anything left, but like you got it, you can't punt the ball. You're going deep, you're going long, because this is your lifestyle, this is your dream of what you want. So one of my tips with that is, on a daily basis, you go out online and you kind of research other internet marketers, maybe inspirational speakers, mentors that you connect with in some way when you see their stuff, when you watch their value, maybe in a video, you read something. And what you then do is pick 3 of them. And you pick 3 of these, you could say, online mentors, and you subscribe to their blog, and every day you check in on what they're pumping out. So, and the reason for this is twofold. Number one, because these are the 3 people that you've kind of had a vibration with, like you've matched up. They're doing a thing like you want to do it. You're learning from them, but you're being inspired daily because they're already doing it. And so you get filled up with this, you keep filling up your belief tank, because you're seeing these guys and gals they're crushing it. So you're watching them daily, you're learning, and you're just filling up that tank of faith and belief. And then the second thing is, you want to be interacting on those blogs, in that community. You want to put in your own insight. Like someone, like one of my mentors, Gary Vaynerchuk, he puts out a video, I got a cool idea about it, or I got some reaction I want to put. Well, I need to go in there and make my voice heard on his page, on the comments. And what that's going to do for you is you're also building relationships with the mentor. They might not even know you yet, but you start building that with the consistent, being just hanging around. You're in the mix, and then also other folks just like you, aspiring entrepreneurs, they're in that community, and they keep seeing, whether it's like keep seeing Vidal in there every day. He's got something cool to say. And they're like, I'm going to go check out Vidal's stuff because that was good. And then, pow, they come over to Vidal's blog. They're checking him out. Now that's another connection. And so that would be on the personal development level, and it does kind of cross over into marketing too, because it's getting your perspective out there, your vision, your personality, so it's a little bit of both. My second tip dealing with marketing is, now we're all online marketers. We're part of Internet Lifestyle Network. In fact, that was how we all came together, and the primary work we do is online. But you also have to understand there's something to be said for going out in your community and getting face-to-face with folks. This could be a little local mixer event at a restaurant. Most cities have them. It could be it could be an event that comes to town. Eddie and I, we're going to an event late this month. Why are we doing that? We want to be around other entrepreneurs, other leaders like us, and we want to get that networking, we want to get that connection, have those conversations. And also another thing you can do in your local community is, you're a leader already and you don't even know it because you haven't stepped out fully into it. In fact, I got to give Eddie props on this. Eddie said something the other day in our mastermind group where he talked about looking in the mirror, saw the guy in the mirror and said, that dude needs to get the hell out of my way. And then he had some things just blow up for himself in progress, all as a result of just kind of like, you know what? That dude, that lady got to go. I got stuff to do to help other people. And by doing that, I'm going to help myself. So for myself, one of the things I'm going to start looking to do is put on small local speaking events. Could be for 25 people. It could be for 50 people. Who knows? But just to put on an event locally, stand in, it could be a meeting room at a hotel, whatever, and just like, hey, come on by. I got something to share. I got a story to tell you that can change your life because it did for me. I want you on this ride. I want you to laugh and smile and have as much fun as we all do every Monday night. So that would be a daily type of action as far as marketing is. Don't neglect the outside, the real world, the people that are down the street at the Starbucks, where you could just go have a cup of coffee and you got your laptop, you got your journal, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, check this guy out. He's reading that book I read, and you just go say, hey, and next thing you know, that could be your future business partner to just explode your business. So that's something daily, and it could even just be calling. It could be phone calls too. You call someone locally, you have a 20-minute conversation, boom. That's the next thing you need. So those are two of my tips. One, dealing with personal development with a little bit of marketing, and that second one is just marketing within your local community, getting out there face to face. They hear your voice, standing right in front of them. They really get to see who you are and what you're about. Then when they come back to your online world, to your blog, they're just like, yeah, that's right, I know that dude. I've hung with that dude. He's for real. He's the real deal. I need to keep up with what he's about. So that's what I got to launch things off. So that's what we're going to try to share with you guys tonight. So
Good stuff.
Right on. Well, I tell you what, Eddie, roll with that. Bring it, brother.
All right. Well, let's go. We touched on this earlier as far as marketing, because I was like, okay, what kind of marketing? And J Boom brought it up, and it took me back to just last week. It was one of those things, and what was funny was what he was talking about was I took a big step, and it was one of those. I had something not so good happen earlier in the day, just kind of personal life, not horrible, but just something that kind of I'm like, all right, I got two choices, two ways to handle this, and so I was like, well, I ain't gonna take a little step. I'm gonna step big. And kind of what I wrote in our mastermind, and excuse the mouth, because I'll just be straight and up front, is I just put tired of being stuck. That bastard in the mirror keeps slowing me down. He's out of here. And it's that mindset to where sometimes you just gotta go, I want big things. I want big things. I want big things. Well, to get big things, you gotta take big steps. And sometimes you're gonna take a big step and you're gonna fall flat on your face. And you're just gonna go, what the hell? But the whole thing is you at least took that step. Now you pick yourself up. What went wrong with that step? And there's a lot where what we're touching on was, as far as the marketing for me with what I'm doing with my book, I've reached out to some real big names, and that's where that came up. Was I messaged these 3 guys and said, hey, I got an interview on this day with so and so, and it's huge. And I have a couple other confirmations that a couple of the leaders, and I'm talking big leaders, that agreed to share their stories with me from my book. And now all of that's kind of tied into the marketing aspect of sometimes you got to step out. And what we've all learned from Solomon CEO is crafting for kings. And sometimes what can we do for the people that are up above us rather than what can they do for us? Because we got to, in a sense, prove our value in the marketplace as far as the marketing. You know, it's different if you're man on man or woman on woman, but as a marketer, you got to pay your dues, put in the time, blood, sweat, tears, all that good stuff. So that's a little marketing tip, but then it ties into the personal development. And for me, the personal development goes from anything from reading books, and I'll show an example here in a second, but reading books on YouTube. If I find some inspirational videos, I have a playlist that are just inspirational videos that I can press play, and if my desk needs to be cleaned and my room needs to be cleaned up, all these videos, and I'm listening to them. And sometimes also when I go to bed, I'll just press play and then just fall asleep, and then all of a sudden I'll wake up and they're still playing. And it's just that consistent, that positive stuff that's getting in your head. Good vibes, good stuff. So you can create your own playlist on YouTube, and that's something I just came up with. But one other thing was I do a lot of writing, and I got tons of different types of books, and here's one of them. And me and Vidal talked about this the other day. It was sometimes it's nice to go back to see what you've written in the past. And I shared last night with Vidal and J Boom, said, hey man, you guys got to check this out. I pulled this up because this is where, yes, we all hit slumps. And if I sat here and told you everything was prime and pretty, I'd be lying like a fool to you. But it's not always that way, and that's just being real. The good thing is that through personal development and through what I've learned about myself and who I am and who I want to be, is I need to recognize once I start hitting those little slumps, I guess, or hitting the funk, whatever you want to call it. And something was, I was going to start writing, and I went back and I pulled something up from here, and it was written in July 11th, and all it was Proverbs 6. And it was, I'll just read it real quick. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. And poverty will come upon you like a robber, in want, and like an armed man. And that was something that just hit hard. It was one of those things that said, okay, all right, you knew you were getting somewhere, you needed something, and it was just something that I had written that I was able to come back to just to pull me out. And I was already kind of pretty much coming out of it, but that was just that final, like, all right, that's what you needed to get yourself over the edge. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have all the answers. You even look at Tony Robbins, you look at Robert Kiyosaki, you look at these big names, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, all these huge names, even it's a continuous process until the day you die. So I'll admit it, but those are some little tips from me. So hope you guys got some value out of that.
Right on, dude. Yeah, when Eddie reminded us of that Proverbs 6, for me too, it was just, there's only a few lines, but sometimes that's all you need. You know, like Eddie was talking about, like he was already kind of breaking out of like a little momentary funk, but that last little tidbit, that thing he wrote down from before, was the thing that just, you know, it finished the play for him. It got him in the end zone for that day, you know. So just and he hit on a good point there. Is like, it's every day, and it can be a lot of different things. You know, we're trying to give you different approaches here, and you can do a lot of different things, but every day it'll help you just kind of sneak on through, even when it gets tough. So, all right, we got Mr. I Black He's ready. We got Moku. He's back. So Moku, what do you got for us? I know we were talking earlier, like you're one of the most consistent marketers that we know on a daily basis. Like you're pumping out value.
Definitely.
So yeah, bring some heat for these folks. Give them some good stuff, man.
Right on, bringing the heat, brother. Yeah, I mean, thanks for that, guys. It's marketing. First thing you gotta do is make a choice, guys. Once you choose and you stick to that choice that you want to do this, it's consistency. Consistency is the key to anything. Your life is consistency. You want to be an entrepreneur, a marketer. Consistency is main thing, because the more consistent you are, like you said, people are gonna start seeing you out there doing it consistently every single day. They're like, oh, Moku did another video. Moku did another video. What he's got to say this time, and then it's awesome, man. I like videos, so I mean that's one of my things. I think videos are so powerful because you can make a connection with somebody that you never ever probably met in your life. And I didn't realize that I was doing that until I actually went to the event in Arizona, and I had all these people coming up to me I never met in my life. They're like, hey, Moku, what's up, man? I'm like, hey, who are you? But I didn't, and it was awesome. They're like, oh, thank you for this, man. I've been watching your videos. I've been, following you on YouTube and your channel, and I just want to thank you for bringing, all this value to my life. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. I was like, wow. I mean, I'm building relationships with people across the world. They're not even in the same spot as me, and it's through video. So especially if you're new, guys, I mean, it can be a scary thing, video, but I would say, like we did a 100-day 100 video challenge where we have to do a video every single day. And what that does, it forms a habit. I think they say, what is it, like 21 days or something, you form a habit. And when you form a good habit, and I did those 100 days. I did a video every single day. My main thing, one of my main goals every day was to make sure that I'm getting my video out and make sure that it has some kind of value that I can bring from either personal, from my life, or from the trainings that I've been doing and the knowledge, my wisdom that I've been constantly upping. And I get to share that with people that have never seen that kind of stuff before, never heard of it, and it really touches them, a lot of them too, and makes them think like, wow, I mean, if I can do it, all you guys can do it too. So I would say one marketing key, just be consistent, especially for me, videos. That's one of my main things I love to do marketing-wise, because I'm pumping out videos, and people are seeing them all over the place, whether they're on YouTube or Facebook or Pinterest, whatever you want to do. Put those things on your blogs as well, because people will start going to your blog and checking out, your content, your life story. What are you doing? How many people, how am I able to help people? Just so many things you can do on videos. And I'm telling you, once you start doing videos, you're going to have a blast. It's going to be scary at first, but just get past that fear and just keep going. And I'm telling you, you're going to start doing them left and right, and just it's amazing. So that would be my marketing tip for just doing videos, especially if you're brand new. Get those videos out there, just start doing them and start building those relationships with people, because that's when people are going to start following you. If you're having a hard time, you don't know what to talk about, raise your knowledge. You got to constantly be going through, reading books, going through some trainings. A lot of the Inner Lifestyle Network in the back office, we have some of the best trainings out there. That's no joke. I'm not saying that because I'm in the company too, but it's because we all have gone through it. And it's one of my favorite ones are a lot of the things from Mark, through Solomon CEO, or even Solomon CEO 10 Plus, which is one of his newest products out there. The knowledge that you get from those trainings alone is crazy, man. I mean, it made me think so much, and it made me gain so much value to myself that I can now provide on videos for everybody out there to see. So that's a little quick one for that, guys. So just get your videos out there. If it's your first one, do that first one and just keep going. Set a goal. Make sure you do a video every single day. If you want, like we did, do a 100-day 100 video challenge, because that's really gonna push you. You're not gonna want to. You're gonna have those days where you're not gonna want to do it. You're gonna just, like you said, you're gonna be out on that funk, But don't fake the funk. Just get past it and keep doing it, guys. And trust me, you're gonna start getting out there, and people are gonna start following you. And if you have a hard time, like I said, with videos, find some mentors on YouTube channel, and then subscribe to their channel. I do that with Vincent. Vincent Ortega Jr. is one of my mentors. The guy's younger than me, but the guy just brings so much wisdom, and I learn so much from him. So I'm constantly following his channel, see what kind of video he did today, see what he can bring to my life, so that I can, change my mindset. Just make. It's great, man. I'll end it there, guys. I'm talking too much. I'll let someone else go. So back at you, boom.
Well, you know what, Moku, you hit on an interesting point talking about, getting help when it comes to making videos, like you're trying to get those first ones going. That's why we got the Four for Freedom. That's why we got the Facebook group, baby. People can get access to, because, I'm all about videos too. Moku, he's cranking them all the time. Vidal does them, Eddie does them, and that's part of what we're providing. With this show is not just like, hey, come hang out, learn some stuff, have a blast, see what the next theme is this week on a Monday night, but we're providing constantly updated value, training, wisdom through the group. And as we transition into Vidal here, I mean, he's a big reason why we've been able to put that into place for folks that are watching this replay or watching this live tonight, that they can get access to that. So, Vidal, as always, let's.
Thank you, my brother.
Bring it in. Bring it.
We got to bring it, guys, because it's like, what, fourth quarter, fourth and 1? 4 seconds left in the game. It's like, dude, we got to light a fire under our team here, man. Get them up at the line. Right. Get that push. Get the big boys at the line, the big corn-fed eating mugs, to give us a good push so we can run through that and get a touchdown, man. I'm trying to get in the end zone, guys.
There we go. Well, do it, brother.
I love that, man. I love the way Moku said, don't fake the funk. Okay.
You can't fake the funk on a nasty dunk. You just
don't do it. You can't.
There you go.
You can't do it.
Now we're getting into basketball. That's coming next month. March Madness.
Okay.
Just little.
Yeah, there you see.
So I'm already dropping it for you guys.
See, there we go.
The theme in March, because we're bringing themes. We love this. So, guys, what I want to share with you today, as far as marketing tips. Okay, marketing. It's like you listen to the word, you're kind of like, what the hell is marketing, right? I'm just gonna be raw and real. Okay. Now, way back when, I'm gonna drop some history here. Way back when email first came out, email was just for engagement. Okay, just for engaging with a long lost pen pal. Instead of sending them freaking 50 letters a year or whatever. Instead, I'm gonna electronically mail them. All right. And same thing with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all about engagement. Okay. So a lot of times we get caught up in let me just post something on Facebook. This is how I'm feeling today. That's great. But the real purpose is engagement. Okay? So how are you engaging people? Through your content, through a picture, like ask an engaging question. Okay? So this is my marketing tip for you guys right now. Ask an engaging question. That's direct response marketing right there. Your question could say, hey, can somebody give me a good idea on the best restaurant in town? Okay. All of a sudden, how many people are responding? All right, some people you probably haven't talked to in a long time, right? They're putting in their 2 cents. Guess what? You start communicating back and forth, and oh, hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks, Sally. Oh, I never thought of that. Okay? So right now, this is my CTA for you guys, like right now. Go engage somebody. Go ask a question and see what happens. Message somebody you have never talked to that's on your friend list, whether it's Twitter, they're on your follow list, whether it's your Facebook friend, whether it's a YouTube subscriber. If that YouTube subscriber, okay, subscribe to your channel, he's doing it, he or she is doing it for a reason. They love your stuff. They're saying the content you're bringing is so good, I'm going to subscribe to it. Okay? Now, can they easily unsubscribe? Of course. Now, if somebody engages with me that I subscribe to on YouTube and says, hey, thanks for subscribing, am I going to want to unsubscribe them ever? Probably not. Because now that's like my neighbor, that's like my friend. I'm like, there's a relationship starting to build there, right? So engagement through your content is the most powerful thing. And that is why we have our blogs, our websites. For those of you that don't know, your blog is dynamic. It's consistently changing. I create a post. It's at the top of the timeline. With a regular website, it's not dynamic. It's static. In order for it to rank on Google, I'm going to have to consistently update the page. A lot, right? Versus I create a blog post that gets posted on my blog post timeline. It's on my blog roll, and I create a post, boom, and it's dated. Okay, so I can go back to 2 years ago. If I created a blog post 2 years ago, it's archived. I know where to find it. Versus I got to create 2 years worth of website pages. Imagine how many website pages I'm going to have, right? So that's the difference with a blog and a website. So that's why you want a blog, because it's going to allow you to be able to rank on the first page of Google. That is the whole basis of the blog. So for those of you that are newbies and don't understand the power of a blog and a website, there it is in the most simplistic way. If you guys have any other questions, comment below. All you gotta have to hit is the little triangle, and then you're going to want to click reverse chronological order, pop your comment in, give us a shout out, let us know if we're bringing it, okay? If we're trying to motivate you and get you pumped up, because we want to see you guys pumping out content, connecting with people, recruiting people in your biz op. I don't care what biz op you're in. I don't care if you're in the oldest biz op there is out there, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, engage, 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 all right? Create content that's engaging, all right? Because I'm seeing a lot of stuff out there, and it's like, why in the heck would I want to engage with some negative Nelly that isn't inspiring me, isn't motivating me? The guy that does it this the best, okay? The best in the business right now, Gary Vaynerchuk. Every dang Twitter follower, okay? I don't know if you guys, let me grab my mic again. Every Twitter follower, he will message them back, okay? I got the mic right here so you guys can hear me. Everyone. He is at like 1 million+ followers. He messages them all back and says, thank you for following. Thanks for following. Now, he doesn't keep up like as in a day-to-day basis, but he'll catch up to you. And when he does, you're like, this guy had no business doing it. He does it nonetheless. You ask a question, he'll answer you back. Because he understands the purpose of social media, the purpose of doing this thing the right way. That's what builds legacy. And then the third thing I wanted to leave with you guys, okay? So first thing, engage. Create engaging content was the second thing. The third thing, okay, your story. Like, your story. I gave you guys a little bit of my story. Just like a micro speck there, okay? Share a little bit of who you are. Maybe it could be a story form. It could be in a short, condensed form. But try to share a story that you have actually gone through, okay? Not in theory, all right? Because I'm seeing a lot of theoretical stuff out there, theoretical content, versus experiential content. I've experienced this. This is what I've been through. I went to the doctor, and this is what happened to me, okay? Versus I'm giving you and preaching to you advice, versus I went to the doctor, this is my experience, so this is where my advice is coming from. You're going to want to listen to the story from an experience versus somebody preaching to you, telling you to go to the doctor, you know, because he's telling you to go to the doctor for XYZ problem, right? So, jumping into that, I'm going to share a little story with you guys, okay? Years ago, it was, let's see, it was the year I got married, okay? The year I got married, way back when, eons ago. I was playing basketball. I came down, and I landed on somebody's foot, okay? So my ankle, like, just got cocked this way. My foot should have been like this. It was, like, cocked like that, okay? The wrong way. So I dislocated my whole ankle, my whole foot, all out of the socket and everything. And I stand up, and I'm like, guys, let's pop this thing back in. I'm going to keep playing. One of my buddies, physical therapist, he's like, no, don't do that. Like, stop, stupid. You're gonna break stuff more than it's already damaged, right? So what happens next? I go to the ER. here I am in the ER, and the doctor wants to like shoot me up with some morphine. I'm like, Doc, there's no need to put in the morphine because I'm already in pain. Just put the ankle, the foot back where it's supposed to go, please, and let's get this show on the road, right? So the doctor's like, really? I'm like, dude, it's going to ease the pain, okay? I'm not going to wait for the morphine to kick in, right? As good as it probably felt, too. So there I was, popped it back in, and the doctor was like, man, did you feel anything? I'm like, yeah, but it was all numb regardless. It was just numb. So, to move the story forward here, I go to the doctor as a follow-up to, getting assigned a physical therapist, physical therapy program, therapist, and all this good stuff. And this physical therapist that I got assigned to, he had me do like all kinds of, these intense exercises and this and that. This is probably like back in like 02, 03. Actually, it's probably 02. And what happened was I didn't really follow too much of what the physical therapist told me back at that time. Physical therapist told me to elevate my foot, elevate my leg, take, oxycodone, Oxycontin, whatever this knockoff, stuff was. And lo and behold, what I was doing was actually helping me because I was walking around on my leg and my foot right away. I didn't let anything stop me as far as trying to rehabilitate the process. I started taking more vitamins. I upped my doses with my vitamins. I upped the protein. And I was actually massaging the heck out of my leg, just trying to get the blood flowing in there, right? Because I've always kind of been into alternative healing methods and alternative medicine and all this stuff. I've always kind of been into martial arts, okay? So lo and behold, I go see the doctor again 2 weeks later, and he sees me walking on it. No crutches. I'm like limping. But he's like, where's your crutch? Where's your crutches? I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, you're walking on it after you dislocated your foot. And what's funny, guys, is an actual baseball player for the Milwaukee Brewers at that time had the similar injury, and he was out for about 3 or 4 months, okay? He was out for like 3 or 4 months indefinitely because he stepped on a base, on a base in baseball, did the same thing, just popped his foot right out. So the doctor was amazed. Doctor's like, what have you been doing? So I told him what I was eating, what I was doing, and I said, Doc, I'm not sitting around. I'm actually trying to get the blood flowing back into it, stretching, doing all the right things, but I'm walking on it. I'm being active, okay? The doctor was amazed. So then I come in another week later. This is like 3 weeks after the actual dislocation of the ankle/foot. I'm like on the court, guys. I'm on the court. Not running, not sprinting, but like walking fast. And the doctor asked me, he's like, well, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm back on the court. He's like, are you nuts? I'm like, yeah. And all this stems from, guys, is when I was a kid. When I was 11 years old, I got diagnosed with what's called Osgood-Schlatter's disease. Okay? It's where your knee, this tendon pulls away from your knee. So let's imagine this is your knee, right? Let's just say that's your knee. Okay? All of a sudden, this starts pulling out, starts coming out. So it looks like I got 2 knees, right? It's bulging out. That doctor at 11 years old told me I should never, ever, ever play any kind of sports, much less football. Okay? Did I listen? No. I was an 11, 12-year-old kid. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I did. So, nonetheless, I ended up playing high school, football, high school varsity basketball. I played all these sports. Do I still have this Osgood-Schlatter's thing? Yeah. Does my knee, one of them, look kind of out of whack sometimes? Yeah. Does it hurt? Well, when I'm not overweight, it doesn't as much. But honestly, the pain is like so minute. Doesn't even matter. I mean, I've lived with this But for somebody to tell me I should never do something, and me to say, why not? See, I don't know if you guys are hearing me. Don't ever let anybody tell you it's impossible, okay? Because as you guys can tell now by the stories I've told you, I'm not that kind of person that's going to believe something that's told to me, especially when I've done my research, and especially when I know what I'm capable of doing within my own faith, my own God-given talents, my own beliefs. You know, don't let somebody out there that hasn't done what you're about to do tell you that you can't do it. Because that doctor, okay, was amazed that I'm going to tell you he created a program out of my rehabilitation. He created a program, the physical therapist did, okay, because of what I did back in 01, 02, whenever that was. And that has taken his little mindset of what was possible to a different level, to a different stage, to a different phase, okay? Because of what he saw at a physical, scientific level. So I just wanted to share this story with you guys so you guys don't think that this making money online is something that's not possible. It's been done over and over again. It's all up to you whether you believe to embed that belief in you or not. The choice is yours. Regardless, we've got some free offers down below. You guys click that button below. Got this cool tool. You guys can create this sleek, professional looking image, and this image will pop on any background you put it on. So I just want to give you guys that as a free weekly bonus from the 4 for Freedom team. We're pumped. Hope that story got you guys pumped. And I know you guys got a little bit of what this guy's about, because I love sharing my heart and soul. Love you guys.
Yeah, that was, yeah. As always, Vidal, you know, you always go to take us to new places, you know, by telling that story. That's hopefully that helps someone kind of match it up, you know, because maybe that's something they can more identify with a lot easier. And actually, I wrote down something that Vidal said, and I think as we kind of wrap up the show tonight, it's an interesting 3 words. It kind of sunk in pretty deep right away for me. He said, and Vidal, you kind of said it just in passing, but he said, when the doctor asked you, where's your crutch? And what it made me think about is there's a question, because we've been talking about in this show, what are things that you do and can do every single day to achieve the lifestyle you want, freedom, whatever you're going for. Maybe that's the 3 words we should ask ourselves every day. Where's my crutch that I shouldn't be leaning on anymore? Maybe it's that bad habit, you know, of, I don't know, drinking too much soda, like for me. You know, that's a crutch that needs to go. You know, all of us is going to have, there's going to be a crutch in our life. And it could be even something technically maybe that's actually good for us, because when you think about Vidal's story, the crutch is actually a good thing. It's meant to ease the movement, make it a smoother transition in the healing process. So that's what's tricky here, and that's what kind of stuck in my mind, is those are 3 words that all of us should ask, especially as entrepreneurs. Where's that crutch in my life that I'm leaning way too much on, when I should be kind of doing like Vidal did, and it's like, you know, let me walk out a little ways without it, and maybe write that first blog post about something real that happened to me. Not some, you know, just some copycat stuff. No, I'm going to go real with someone on this blog post, or I'm going to shoot that first video. In fact, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to one of our newest 4 for Freedom members, Ms. Burnett, because she has just lit a bonfire of boom with her stuff, and she has been so supportive. She shot her very first video, started her 100-day challenge, and like Vidal talked about engagement within the Facebook group. she's after her first video, guys, and she was scared, you know what, Liz, to do it. She flat out told me that when we were first doing some kind of masterminding and stuff. And she went ahead and did it, and to me, it's one of the best videos I've seen as someone being authentic. And because she stepped out and she took that crutch of like, I'm self-conscious about being on video, I don't like it, it makes me feel uncomfortable. She tossed that crutch. She burned the living hell out of that crutch today when she shot that first video, and she put it up in the group. I shared it on my page, gave her a shout out, and like Vidal talked about, the engagement she got in the group, in the Facebook group for ILN, I don't know how many comments it's up to now. I think it's up to at least 20. And it helps. Now she sees. Now she sees that, hey, that was after one video. Whoa. What world did I just step into with these 4 crazy fools? You know, what's if that was one video in one day, where am I capable of going now? So I got to give her a shout out because when I saw her video this morning, literally brought me to tears of gratitude because it was plain beautiful. That was a beautiful video because that was someone that said, I'm stepping out, crutches be damned. And she did it, and she is pumped to do the next one already. So I'm looking forward to see whatever she posts tomorrow. So Vidal, I know that was just kind of a sideways thing of your story, but to me those are 3 very powerful words that all of us can use every single day. And I don't know, that's part of what we do with Ford for Freedom. Like, we just roll with it, and if something hits us, we just share it just like that. We're like, hey, we're learning as we're sharing stuff, you know, on these Monday nights. So, well, I tell you what, yeah.
J-Boom, real quick, is there blue around my picture?
Blue around your picture?
Yeah. Can you click on my picture?
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Well, make sure there isn't blue around. There isn't a blue border around me.
Okay, yeah, so there was before. Now there's not. So it looks like you're good.
Right.
Cool. Good catch on that. Well, I tell you what, guys, I want to have the guys wrap up here just with maybe a final thought. Let's share with folks, guys. Since let's use the theme. So we use the theme of the Super Bowl, and let's come at it from the perspective of, say, the Broncos yesterday getting the smackdown. I mean, that was absolutely diabolical. That beatdown, and we all 4 of us know what that feels like in our lifestyle and in our business. So I would like to have each of us share just a final little, just some inspiration or encouragement of, you know, that we've each experienced in that position of, like, what was that next step like? What was that very next step that each of you guys took when that day hit you, where you got the beat down of the century in front of everyone to see? You know, what was that next step that, you know, say you're Peyton Manning this morning, you know, what's the next step? So, Andy, since you're to my left, we'll start off with you, man.
I guess the next step, I relate a lot to sports, and let's just put it this way. My daughter's never played basketball till this year. She had her second game ever today. Well, out of 15 players, only 6 were there. The other team had like 12, 13 players, and they got hammered. My daughter was, and this is a prime example. Is one thing I told my daughter is you can look at it 2 ways, because I do a lot of personal development with my kids. I said, this is going to make you become a better ball player quicker than you had ever expected, because she's competitive. She likes to do good, and you got to get that hunger in you. And whether it's marketing, whether it's sports, whether it's in a relationship or whatever it is, you got to find that hunger. So you got to, in a sense, make it personal. Kind of like I told J Boom and Vidal last night, is So when I go hike, because I used to hot shot fight forest fires, we hiked. I mean, it wasn't no like lollygagging hiking up these little trails. I mean, we hiked cross country, hiked hard. And because I was out of that element, anytime I go hiking and I see people, it's funny because I make it personal. So sometimes when we hit that rut and we get knocked down, we still got to, in a sense, not give up. We got to grow. We got to learn from it and know that if it ain't going to be tomorrow, if it ain't going to be next week, if it ain't going to be next month, eventually it will get better. You got to keep pushing forward. And the worst thing you could do is take 2 steps back and quit. So the main thing is do not give up, do not give in, keep pushing forward. And if you want it bad enough, you'll go through the pain, sweat, tears, all that. So that's what I got.
Nice. I dig it, dude. I like how you tell your daughters, like, look, this is a good thing. Like, showing them, like, don't worry about this beatdown, because now, like you said, their progress will be faster, because now they got that hunger of, like, I don't want that happening ever again in my competitive career. And so she's going to be hitting the court harder, faster, with more dedication, because they, forget that nonsense. Like, I don't want to get that kind of beat down again.
Exactly.
So, right on. A typical going deep with the razor's edge. Eddie Aguilar. All right, Moku, the Aloha volcano of value. What you got, man? When life knocked your ass back today with that car situation. So you can maybe use that for current events. Who knows?
Man, you know how many times life has just smacked me down so much? I just could have just quit and just like, and like you said today, if you guys didn't know, I got a little fender bender with my car, and that just kind of, bummed me out, to be honest with you. That was my beach ride. That was my G-Ride, my little Honda. But, like, things happen in life unexpectedly, and that was just as a prime example. But I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm not going to let it stop me. And for me, yeah, like we were talking about it, this is kind of like the way the universe is saying, Moku, get a new car. Your car is done. It's time to just. And I'm not gonna let it bum me out. I'm gonna move on with my life. And I did that the same way with marketing and being an entrepreneur. I got let down so many times and smacked down and a little depressing at times, because all I was failing left and right, failure. And what you got to really do is just, like Eddie said, you really got to just get tough and really decide what you want, make that choice. And I said, nothing's going to stop me. And that's what I did to myself. I said, this is what I'm going to do. Nothing's going to stop me. The more times that I fail, for me, the better I look at it, as I'm going to reach that success even quicker now, because you have to fail. We're all going to fail, guys. Everybody's going to fail. All 4 of us failed in many things, but the main thing we didn't do was quit, and we're not quitting. And we're like just like the Broncos. They got murdered yesterday, and I bet you they're bummed out, but they're gonna get right back up, because they're a team. They're a close-knit team. They work hard throughout the whole season just to get to that point. And just because they failed that, maybe they didn't get a Super Bowl ring that time, that doesn't mean they're not gonna come back even stronger next year. They're gonna practice their butts off and do whatever it takes to up their level of whatever, if it's mental, physical, whatever that may be. They're going to do it, and they're always shooting for that North Star. That's a Super Bowl, whatever that is. So they're going to keep doing that. And that's the same way we do. And we're like a team. We're like a football team, I guess you want to say that. We're here to back you guys up, to help you out. You're going to have those bad plays, those bad calls, but we're here to help you out, because we've gone through all that. A lot of the stuff that you guys will probably go through personally and through marketing and all those things, but you just got to know that learn from us when we tell you something, and just take it to heart, and really just take action on the things that you learn, whether it be through your mentors, through us as a team, through ILN, Internet Lifestyle Network, and just in life, guys. So, like I said, yep, life has been smacking me down left and right, but I never let it get me down, man. Never do it. For me, it just inspires me more and pumps me up more, because I really know where my life is going, and you're always going to have those little things that's going to try and kick you off course, which in this case was my car, but that's okay. That just gives me, I guess I got to ride my bike more now and just get more in shape. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So,
There you go.
and I live on a hill, so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun, but that's just the way life goes. You know, I'm pumped for everybody watching and for the future. I'm really looking forward to it. It's exciting times right now.
Right on.
And that's all for me. That's all for me.
Well, Moko, we appreciate the fact, you know, even with a day like that, like there you are, you're dropping wisdom tonight on the show.
Exactly.
You're putting into action what you just said. Life did you a little smack upside the head today. You're just like, whatever, man. I got a For Freedom show. We got to help people. Boom, we're there. So, well, Vidal, what you got? What you got,
brother?
Yes, man.
Man, Moku, I feel for you because I have been there, and that is why I have to share this story. Okay, all right.
Go for it.
And this is right. This is relating right to the topic that Jason wants us to jump on. Okay. Now, years ago, dude, when I was 18, I totaled my Oldsmobile Tornado, 1984. If you guys know what that looks like, it was black with like leather. Maroon leather, like burgundy leather, and then all power everything, a moonroof. I was 18. I thought I was the shiznit, right? Lo and behold, I get this beast of a car. It gets into 1 accident, 2 accidents, and then 3. It got totaled, right? And on the 3rd accident, I got nailed, I got T-boned, and I got pushed into like a bus shelter. This was like a huge glass bus shelter. Boom, knocked it like right out, took it right out. And the car was a total loss. And this is a beast of a tank. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Oldsmobile Tornado 1984, okay? That was my pimp mobile back in the day, right, when I was 18, okay? And it was hard, dude, not having a car, and especially, you know, when you're young, we always have that beater car when we're young, you know, that just junk hoopty kind of car that we just beat up. But when you lose it, you got to ride the bus or jump on a bicycle. It's like it demoralizes you, but it humbles you. And then what happened next, Moku, was the car from that total. Okay, I didn't even fathom that I wanted this car. But I went to a car dealership. Lo and behold, there's a little OBO sign on the windshield. Okay? So I had some pocket change from my little total wreck there from the insurance company. So I go to this dealership, and I see an OBO, and I was 18, so I had my old man with me. And my old man says, you know what? That's your dream car right there. I'm going to go see if they're willing to take our offer. Because OBO is, you know, offer your best, right? Best offer, right? So he offers the best offer, and they're like, okay, they're in talks. Next thing I know, he just negotiated my dream car for me at 18. So that was a BMW 735iL that I could have never fathomed I would have had with the little bit of money that I had for that wreck. So
nice.
This hopefully lit a fire under you that anything's possible again, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Wanted to share that with Moku.
Nice,
brother.
Well, yeah, I just to give you just hearing some of these great stories from all the other guys here, talking about getting a SmackDown and how all of us, the point we're making is it's the immediate action. There's no lag time of like you said, you don't get SmackDown and then let me take 2 steps back and then I'll kind of hang out here, you know, think about it, you know, and then I might try to do it again. It's like, no, it's pretty much like you get smacked and you just like, and you're just like, I'm in, I'm back in. It's that quick. And to relate a very quick story, growing up, I grew up in North Dakota. That's why I'm rocking my NDSU Bison T-shirt here for their football team. But I grew up, I was into marksmanship, target shooting all my life from the age of 3 on. I was a state champion a couple of years in high school, all kinds of competitions. And every year there's something called a light rifle target competition where you stand with a .22 rifle with a scope and you shoot 20 shots at a target, and you have no support. You stand there with the rifle like this. So it's very challenging because you have to have control of your breathing, because every breath makes that you could go from a 10 to a 7 or less in just one little twitch of a breath. And there was this one guy that every single year when we'd see the standings, it was either he was number 1 and I was 2 or vice versa. Every year. He was from a different town, and I never met the kid, but like I was always checking that scorecard like every week at the gun club, like, oh, he shot a whatever. Now he's back up on me again. And there was a state championship in Minot, North Dakota, and went down there with my dad to compete, and lo and behold, there he was, my arch nemesis. I don't remember his name, but he was there with his dad. And what ended up happening is when we went to start the competition, you had to shoot 5 targets to get your total score. And when they lined us up, we were standing side by side on the range. So he's to my left and I'm right here. So like we get to watch each other compete head to head. And we shoot the first target, and I just annihilated it. I had one of the worst targets I've ever shot. He was up 10 points after the first target, which in that type of competition, it was like the Broncos yesterday, like at halftime. When you're down 10 on a light rifle target and off the first target, like you're done. Goose is cooked. And I was momentarily destroyed, because I was like, here I'm head to head with my arch rival. I beat him for the championship before. We're head to head. How did I shoot that horrible a score? I haven't shot like that in years. And so mindset was done. So they give you a little like 5-10 minute break, before you go shoot your next one. My dad comes up to me, he's like, all right. He's like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I have no idea now. Like, I can't even stand upright right at this point. And he's like, look, you got your routine. You know what you can do. You know what you can shoot. He's like, you just go on target. It's like target number 2 is next, and that's all you can do. Shoot target number 2. Get your routine. Forget about it. You can't change the first target now. That's the score you got. Deal with it. It's gone. It's like, here comes target number 2. Go out, do it. So I was just like, all right. I'm kind of, shook it off a little bit. I go out there, and in the second target, I made up to 10 points. And so now all of a sudden, after 2 targets with 3 to go, we're tied. And what was interesting in 2 ways, then the mindset, his crumbled, because he's like, wait a minute, I was up 10, and in 1 target we're tied. What happened? And the difference, too, is with a mentor like my dad broke it down for me, inspired me, kept it real, and said, look, just go out, you do what you do, and that's all you do. His dad started to light into him like nobody's business. It was nothing but negative, vicious, what are you doing? How could you screw this up? Whatever. And we go out to target number 3. Now all of a sudden I'm ahead. Number 4, I'm ahead further. Number 5, I blew him out. And it was all because, now, like we talked about, that first smackdown on that first target, if I would allowed that mindset I had to just stay where it was, not listen to my dad, just pity party, blah, blah, blah. Like you said, I would have taken 4 steps back. I could have hung it up. And said, oh, I failed. Head to head, right out the gate, first one, I'm done. And instead it was like, no, can't change that. Number 2, change the game that quick, and all of a sudden I'm on track, and now his mindset went the other way. And he didn't recover because he was then, what happened for him is he then dwelled on target 2 when I caught up to him, and that's where his mindset stayed. He got stuck, like he was talking about. We get stuck. He got stuck, and he never moved. All he did is he went further back, and there I was at the end of the day holding the trophy, state champion. So you gotta understand, guys. Like,
nice.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Like Eddie talked about, the smackdown It's not the whole it's not the whole hoedown like Eddie was talking about earlier in the show. It's just a part. It's a part of the journey. And the cool thing is, if you got mentors, you got business partners like you got with us 4 here tonight, every day we're going to bring it for you. And we're going to make sure that when you hit that part of the SmackDown and you think you're stuck, Eddie's going to reach out to you with a post. Moku's going to hit you up with a video you're going to see. Vidal is going to be on a coaching call with you. I'm going to come up with some ridiculous fedora fandango or who knows what I'm going to do. But we're going to be there, and we're going to tell you, you ain't stuck no more. That was just a couple seconds. You got stuck. Don't you worry. We got your back. All 4 of us. 4 for freedom, baby. Throw it up every day for the rest of your life. We are here. That's what we do every Monday night, folks. So, fellas.
Amen.
I tell you
Right
what.
on.
Cool. Well, Vidal, if you want to wrap things up, what are the if you want to just tell them like how they can get into the Facebook group so they can get some great content and value, mentoring, coaching, and also that you talked about the weekly free bonuses. So if you want to wrap up with that, we'll close it out.
Absolutely, my brother. Man, guys, I hope you're taking notes because there's a lot of nuggets, a lot of stuff being dropped. We couldn't even keep track of the stuff going on at the end here. So for those of you that are wondering what's going on and when I click down below, is my computer going to blow up? Is my laptop just going to take a piss? No, calm down. Easy there, guy, okay? This is what's going to happen. You're going to get a free training, okay? This free training, like I said, if you want to learn how to be an internet marketer or you want to impress grandma or your girlfriend with a cool custom image, Valentine's Day is coming, guys. I can help you right now.
Nice angle, dude. Yeah.
How about an image of your sweetheart on one side and, you on the other, right? And she's like, oh, who's thinking of, because women love this, okay? And this is cheaper than a dozen roses. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, okay?
But it means more, Vidal.
I'm saying in addition, you go the extra mile, you go with the thoughtfulness, you say, honey, I just kind of figured out how to do this because I was thinking about doing something special for us on our, first anniversary, 5-month anniversary, if you're that kind of guy. Hey, that's you, man. That's you, okay? But regardless, you guys can use this for creating some family images, okay? Some cool family images. And if you guys do jump into this training, show us some love. Let us know, hey, 4 for Freedom taught us how to do this, and post it down below, or tag us on a Facebook post and say, hey, look, guys, this is what I created with your training. I took last week's training. Now, this is what the person would say if they took last week's training and this week's training. It just went boom, right? And bumped uglies, right? This is what you're going to create. You're going to say, man, these guys helped me create this cool training from timeline cover banner image with this professional sleek cutting custom image, and we just, man, created this awesome image that now everybody that sees you is going to be like, dude, you just went pro. Like, you just took it to the next level. You're bringing it. All the images that I've created have been because of these 2 trainings that we're giving to you as a free bonus. So if you guys ain't feeling that this is coming from right here, from the heart, because we want to see you guys succeed, I don't know what is, but we're going to keep bringing it, and we're going to keep bringing it and bringing it until the Broncos win the Super Bowl.
My friend Drew will like that. He'll like that, Vidal. He appreciates you and your support. But that's great stuff. I mean, these are the types of things we're doing for everybody out there watching our show here on Monday nights and watching the replays. Make sure you're sharing the replays with people you care about, other marketers, entrepreneurs, maybe people that don't even know they want to be an entrepreneur yet. Show them how much fun we have here, learning, earning, dropping crazy wisdom, crazy stories, doing costumes, whatever. And this is the lifestyle. This is what we're building every single day. And I know I'm grateful sometimes beyond words. And I tell you what, Monday nights are always it's a damn good night for us every Monday night at 7 p.m. Mountain. So that's what we got tonight. Any last
Focus
words,
Forces
fellas?
of Faith on fire!
Fire!
Fire! I don't know if you all heard that.
Oh, we got
Focus Forces of Faith on fire. That's what we're bringing every week, guys.
it. Every week.
Right
every
on.
week. All right, fellas. I think that is a wrap. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. We got to give props to them. And the Broncos.
Russell
will be
Wilson!
back. the Broncos will be back because they'll have Vidal supporting them with cool image training. And think about this, folks. We cover every base here because look what Vidal just did for you. He took some cool training we're offering for free, and he matched the need of fellas out there with Valentine's Day coming to really make an impact on their ladies. So,
That's
see,
right.
we're making love connections for you too. I mean,
We're looking out for you out there. We're looking out for you.
we got your back. We got your back.
Wink.
All right. Nice. All right. As always, gratitude is the attitude that gives our dreams altitude. This is the 4 for Freedom. We out.
Much love. See you guys later.
See ya.